I've been wanting to make this little video on British cars. If you're going to be rebuilding your little 4-cylinder Triumph or MG motor, there's a few tricks you can do to really improve the performance of those vehicles. First off, if you're rebuilding the engine, the way to seal it up properly is to use a Indian shellac or gasket sealer, brown stuff. Permatex calls it Forma gasket. It's a brown paste, a brown goo. It's really sticky, and you apply it to the gaskets and it really helps seal things. Next leaky area is usually the rear main seals. Now they make neoprene seals now, but for the longest time you have to use a rope seal, and if you do that, the key is to apply an anaerobic sealer to the parting lines of the main cap at the rear, because a lot of times that's where the oil is leaking from. Next, if you're going to rebuild the engine and you need to overbore that engine, there's a trick. Now, sometime in the early 70s, they drastically lowered the compression ratio of the pistons, and also they raised the block deck height. So whenever I would rebuild one of those little MG or Triumph motors, I'd always order the early pistons, which would change the compression ratio from something below 8-to-1 to somewhere closer to 9 and a bit to 1 compression ratio. And that really helps the performance of those little cars. And the next thing I would always do is I would do a mild port job. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, the casting quality of those BMC motors was horrendous. There was casting flash, and there was machining to port inaccuracies that were just insane. And I would just spend a few minutes on the port, the bowl underneath the valve, and that would make a world of difference. All right, this is part of the car show I haven't seen yet, but all right. Halibrand wheels, ooh. And oh yeah, this is a beautiful car. 70s at 28. Correct with the rocker covers. So it's got headers, but I don't have a problem with that. And the twin snorkel air cleaner. And a shaggin' wagon. And that was a big thing in the 70s. What else? T-Bird. And that would have to be a 79 Corvette. And I could tell that because it has a black trim. It has the L82. Oh, that is an L82. So it's got the correct rocker covers and the correct air cleaner system. Nice color too. Mercury Montclair. Riviera convertible. All right, so that's it. So yeah, those little 4 tricks on your BMC motor. So that's using the right goo on the paper gaskets, applying an anaerobic sealer to the parting line of the rear main cap, making sure that you install the high compression pistons in your car. And they're not high compression, but they call them high compression because it's 9-to-1 instead of 8-to-1. And yes, do a little bit of work, and possibly a triangle valve job, like a nice competition valve job. And those 2 little things really wake up those motors. I had a near cult following for all the clubs in Oakville area when I worked at Abbey Auto Parts as a machinist, and I was rebuilding these little BMC motors, such as one that would go in one of these. And this would have been a low compression motor because it's a later model car with the big bumpers. And then yeah, one of those 2 little cars. All right, man. Okay. Yep. That's it. Well, there's more cars coming in.
Yep.
Okay, we haven't seen these cars yet. And nice Nice yellow, big fat tires on that 442. I like it. All right, guys. That's almost it. Yeah, there's more cars coming in all the time. All right, guys. Catch you on the flip side. Thank you. Bye.